All right, so you sent over this article about Mike Tyson and leadership.
Right.
It's called Iron Will, How Mike Tyson Redefined Leadership in the Boxing Ring and Beyond.
Yeah.
And it really got me thinking, especially with all this talk around that potential Tyson-Paul fight and that comment from Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. That was pretty eyebrow raising, I gotta say.
Yeah, it makes you think about leadership.
Well, yeah. If he's saying that
In a
Tyson
different light.
would basically put on a show to make Paul look good.
Exactly.
It's pretty wild.
It's not just about winning or losing anymore.
No, not at all. And I think that's kind of what this article is trying to get at.
Yeah.
You know, when it talks about Tyson redefining leadership.
For anyone who maybe needs a refresher,
Yeah.
Mike Tyson was named in boxing for years.
Oh, yeah.
World champ, known for his speed,
Rawr.
his power.
Yeah. And some controversies, too, of course.
Yeah, there were some controversies. But this article really focuses on how he redefined what it means to be a leader.
Yeah. In a sport like boxing.
In a sport as demanding as boxing.
Yeah, it's not easy.
What I thought was really interesting was how the article emphasizes his loyalty.
Yeah.
To his craft, to the sport.
To his fans.
To his fans.
It wasn't just talk, you know?
Right.
Like, he really showed it in his work ethic.
And his dedication.
And the way he treated people.
Yeah, like that foundation of trust and respect.
That's essential for any leader.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you're doing.
If they're running a company or a family.
Yeah, or even just like a team.
Exactly.
Like at work or something.
Like, would anyone even be talking about this performance idea if it wasn't Mike Tyson?
I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. His name just carries so much weight.
Yeah, and I think that's because of how he's carried himself over the years. You know,
Decades.
Decades, yeah.
It's not just about what you do in the moment.
Right, like Stallone said.
It's about setting the stage for future generations.
That's a good question.
And I think Tyson, in a sense, did that for boxers like Jake Paul.
Whether he meant to or not.
Yeah, for sure.
But here's what's interesting to me.
Okay.
Jake Paul is like a totally different style of leadership.
Oh, yeah. He's
all about social media.
Social media, yeah.
Building hype.
Connecting with a younger audience.
In a way that Tyson just never did.
Totally different than Tyson.
So, like, what does old school leadership even mean?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the heart of this whole discussion, you know?
Yeah, it's not just about being tough and disciplined.
Well, he was definitely those things.
Oh, yeah. But what else? What were those specific qualities that made him stand out as a leader, both in and out of the ring?
Well, I think the article touches on something that's really important, which is Tyson's ability to adapt and to come back from setbacks.
Yeah.
His career was not just a straight line to the top.
Not at all.
There were losses and personal struggles and even prison.
Right.
But he always found a way to reinvent himself and learn and come back stronger. It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Like, how many people can do that?
I don't know.
Not many.
Not many at all.
Especially when you're in the spotlight like that.
Right.
You know, everyone's watching your every move.
Yeah.
Judging you.
It's got to be tough.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But he did it.
He did it.
Time and time again.
It's easy to just like focus on the wins.
Oh, yeah.
And gloss over the struggles.
Everyone loves a winner.
But Tyson's story is a good reminder that true leadership often comes from those tough times.
Yeah, overcoming challenges for sure.
It's not just about bouncing back, though.
No.
It's about using those setbacks as opportunities to grow.
Right. Like Tyson,
Yeah.
at different points in his career, completely changed up his training.
His team.
Yeah, his team, his whole mindset.
He wasn't afraid to admit he needed to change.
To evolve. Yeah.
That takes a lot of self-awareness.
It does.
Which a lot of leaders just don't have.
Especially when they're at the top, you know?
Right. It's like success can make you blind to your weaknesses.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's humility in realizing that you don't have all the answers, that you need to be open to new ideas and approaches.
And that's something everyone can learn from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Not just boxers.
No matter what you do.
It's funny because Jake Paul actually embodies that adaptability.
Yeah.
In a different way.
Totally different way.
He might not have had the same setbacks as Tyson.
No, probably not.
But he's constantly evolving.
He's always trying new things, for sure.
Using social media to build his brand.
He's a master of that.
It's really interesting.
It is. It makes you realize that leadership isn't just one thing.
Right.
It's not one size fits all.
So what do you see as the strengths and weaknesses of Paul's approach?
That's a good question.
He's obviously connecting with a huge audience,
Oh.
but is that enough to make him a leader in the long run?
Well, I think you got to admire his hustle, his entrepreneurial spirit, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's not afraid to challenge the status quo.
To break the mold.
Yeah, and I think people respond to that.
But it does feel a little manufactured sometimes.
I see what you mean.
Like it's more about hype than substance.
Yeah, and that makes you wonder if it can last.
Right. Can you build a legacy on hype alone?
That's the big question.
It makes you think about Tyson again.
Mm-hmm.
With all his flaws,
Yeah.
he had this core set of values.
You did.
Discipline, loyalty, respect for the sport.
He lived those values.
You could see it in everything he did.
Yeah, from how he trained to how he treated his fans.
And those are the things that build trust.
Inspire others. Yeah,
Create a lasting impact.
for sure.
So for anyone listening who wants to be a leader, it's not just about getting to the top.
No, it's how you get there.
It's about the values you have.
And the impact you have on people.
It's a journey, not a destination.
Right, you're always learning.
Always growing.
Always evolving.
Exactly. You know, it's funny. We started talking about Tyson and Jake Paul and how Stallone said that fight could be a performance.
Right.
It makes you think about influence.
It does.
Like, who are the Mike Tysons shaping our world in ways we don't even see?
The ones who aren't always in the spotlight.
Yeah, but their impact is huge.
Huge.
It's like those coaches or teachers who maybe weren't famous,
Right.
but they pushed you to be better.
They saw something in you.
They saw potential you didn't even know you had.
Exactly, and it's not just about you as an individual either.
Right.
They shape the whole culture.
The standards,
The way things are done.
like in tech,
Okay.
think about the programmers who write the code that we all use, but their names aren't on billboards.
Right, they're behind the scenes.
Or the designers who make those user interfaces
Yeah.
that shape how we interact with technology.
It's everywhere.
And fashion, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just the big designers on the runway.
It's the people behind the scenes.
Yeah, the pattern makers, the textile people, the stylists.
They all influence the trends.
And what's interesting is that these hidden leaders,
Yeah.
they're not trying to be influential.
Right.
They're just passionate about what they do.
And they want to do it well.
That's what makes them authentic.
And people respond to that.
So as we wrap up today,
Okay.
I want to leave you with a challenge.
All right, I'm ready.
Look around your own world.
Okay.
Who are the Mike Tysons quietly shaping things?
The ones who aren't making headlines.
Exactly.
Ah.
Look beyond the obvious winners. Find those people whose influence might be quiet, but it's powerful.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, what can you learn from them?
How can you be more like them?
Because leadership isn't a title.
It's not.
It's not a position.
It's a way of being.
It's about how you influence the people around you.
And the legacy you leave behind.
It's about more than just your own achievements.
That's a great way to put it.
And who knows, maybe you'll realize
you're
one of those hidden leaders yourself.
That would be cool.
That's it for our deep dive today.
Thanks for having me.
We hope this got you thinking about leadership in a new way.
Yeah, it's more than just what you see on the surface.
Until next time, keep diving deeper.